So as a network marketer, how can you build a brand that actually builds your business? So there's no point putting a lot of time and effort into a tactic that isn't going to result in results, right? And results for us is new customers, new team members, and duplication. So we need to find a way that we can generate more leads, convert them to sales and signups, and have that duplicate. Branding is definitely something that can multiply your results in all of those areas. So let's just dive into that. It's something I've used massively to open up so many opportunities to me and sponsor nearly 800 people now. So let's have a look at what most people think branding is, right? Most people think it's the visual stuff or the tangible stuff, right? If you physically go and change your cover photo, you've changed something visual and something tangible. They can see it on their screen, right? If you change your about me section, if you change your colors that you're using, if you change your logo, right? Most people think that's branding, or just quite simply creating a brand name. Right? If I create a name, give it a logo and like a tagline, well, that's me completely done with the branding. That is the teeny weeniest tip of the iceberg, my friend. And it's a good start, don't get me wrong, it gives you some idea of the direction you're going to take, but we must have a bunch of other things that make a much, much bigger difference. And that is things that are related to emotions. How does somebody feel when they're experiencing your content, your marketing, communication from you? How do they feel about the message that you're putting out there? So that's where we need to start. What is your message going to be? In terms of what is the core values of your brand? Does that really matter, Richard? Well, imagine this. Imagine if, let's say, for example, use myself as an example. I teach you how to build your network marketing business, but I do that in a very specific way. If you followed me for any length of time, you'll know that I push a very, very, very strongly a very certain way of building this business, right? Much more professional than what you're probably being taught elsewhere. Much more predictable, strategic, digital. There's so many things that I do that are very specific. You won't see me come out on the next video or podcast and say, oh, actually, here's the best way to use the 3-foot rule. I have no interest in that. Now, I'm not saying you can't use that if that's your thing, but that's just not what's a core value of my brand. Core values of my brand are automation, right? Leverage. Let's put lever. Professionalism. Let's put prof. It's about using online. It's about me teaching you how to be totally independent of anybody else and be able to predictably build your income and scale in a very secure and professional way. That's what I do. So you won't see me vary from that because I know that's my core values of my brand, right? That's what I'm doing. Core value of my brand. I put forward the fact that I'm a family man. I put forward the fact that, you don't really see me swear that much. If I do, it's only little swear words, right? I'm not that kind of guy. I don't have the bikini models. I don't rent Ferraris. I don't go rent penthouses to shoot videos in, right? That's just not what I believe you think is important from me, and it's not what I'd waste my time and money on. So that's a core value. Just because it might get me a bunch more views, I'm sure if I put a Lamborghini, a penthouse, and a couple of models in a video, I'd get more clicks. But it ain't the right type of clicks that I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone like yourself with more emotional intelligence and more focus on actually getting results. So that's a core value. So I stick to that. I don't let myself deviate and get swept away with what other people are doing because I know what my core value of my brand is. So that's why that makes a difference, because there's congruence. Although I constantly give you new information, new guidance, and I'm always updating to help you keep completely up to date, the core message you're comfortable and you can receive from me. You know on a base level at least the quality of what you're going to get. So what are the core values of your message? What else can we do to encourage people to have more of an emotional connection and feel? Well, we need to look at the actual, are you using things like video? I'd say video and a podcast are the two major ways that you should be creating content right now, because they're evergreen, okay? They're evergreen. You can put a video out on Facebook today, and within a couple of hours, unless it goes viral or unless you pay to advertise it, it's never going to be seen again. Very rarely will someone dig. When's the last time you went onto someone's social media account, paid your profile, and dug through 50 videos? You didn't. But when did you do that on a podcast or a video? When did you go onto somebody's video YouTube channel and start looking around and seeing if they had helpful topics? When did you subscribe to them so you could get more? Same with a podcast. Okay, there are videos and podcasts that I created years ago that people still message me about daily saying, I just listened to your podcast. I go, I know what episode that is, right? It was a really good one. And it's still continuing to be found and lead business to me. Also continues to make connections with people. I really could feel your emotion in that video, Richard, or in that podcast. You're a genuine, I get that a lot. You're a genuine guy, and I'm proud of that because that's one of the biggest things that's important to me. You know, I grew up in a family where everybody lied and secrets were kept. So from a very young age, I was like, I'm going to be the most truthful person, honest person that I know. I don't lie. If you want the truth, you ask me. If you want someone to butter you up, that's somebody else. I'm going to give you the truth. Sometimes to my cost, but that's me. That's a standard of mine. So it means something when people say, oh, you're genuine, Richard. I really feel you can genuinely help me here. It means something to you. And the way that I've been able to communicate that with you is through videos and through podcasts. Right? The way I can show you how genuine I am is to get in front of a camera and give you my best A game on helping you. I couldn't build this relationship that we're building if it wasn't for the medium of video and podcasting. So I really believe that you should be putting some time into those two because they are not going to date anytime soon. You've got years of growth in both those areas. Video on the rise, podcast on the rise. Social media platforms, Facebook can go up and down. Look at Snapchat, it was huge. Facebook just smashed it to bits. Instagram, Facebook bought it, right? What's the new one? TikTok. Will that succeed? It may be massive, it may not, it may go away overnight. They're very smash and grab type strategies, okay? And I'm not saying don't put time in them, but I'm saying we've got to think about the granddaddies here that are always going to be around and going to continually grow as your business grows too, okay? So those are ways we can build emotion into what we're doing. What else can we do? You hear me mention this a lot. We want to have a specific offer, a specific audience, on a specific solution, which is held up with positioning. I draw this so many times. I hope you learn it and you've written it down at least once. If you don't have specificity in these three areas, offer, audience, and solution, and you're not positioning them the right way, then no one's really going to feel any level of attachment and they're not going to feel any terms of branding from you, right? They're just going to be like, I don't really know what this guy or girl stands for. I don't really know what they're trying to tell me. What's the real value in me being and partnering with that person or buying from them? Can you see these are the reasons that a brand can really accelerate your growth? If someone arrives at your content or advertising and goes, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I trust and like this person. Okay, what's the value? Oh, here's the value. This is what they can solve for me. And it is for people like me. Oh, I definitely want to buy from them. Can you see how a brand can do that for you? You know, one-on-one phone calls and conversations are much harder if nobody knows who you are. Everything is accelerated if you can communicate a powerful message solution to a particular audience and make that very, very specific offer and you position it well. If you do that, any messages you receive, any conversations you have, any tactics you're currently using, so much easier when they say, oh, I've seen some of your videos. I've heard some of your podcasts. I've seen you on social media. It's a different conversation altogether. Some won't even require a conversation. They'll just sign up or join from you off of the branding, okay? So I just wanted to give you some help right now. I don't want to make this too much of a longer video. I don't want to give you, there's loads you can do on branding. I just wanted to divert your attention away from what most people do and then wonder why it doesn't work. Like, I've done a logo, I've given it a name, I've given it an about video, whatever it may be. Great, it's a great start. But why are people still not connecting? Why is it still not delivering leads to me in sales and conversions? Take care of the emotional and feeling side, right? You want someone to be like, I've got to work with this person. They've got exactly what I need. I feel a genuineness to them. There's reciprocity from the value you've given them. They're going to now, it's going to multiply all your efforts in every other tactic. So I hope that helped. What's some specific ways that we can do this? Well, I think I've given you quite a lot already. Think about the 5 core values of your brand. What are those 5 core values going to be? What are you going to stand for? What is your specific offer? Who is that going to be specifically to? And what solution, what problem is that solving for them? And then how best are you going to position that in front of them? What mediums and methods are you going to use? If you answer those questions, you're a lot further down the path than you were before you came to this training. So as always, go create a day in a life that counts. always have more desires than excuses. I hope this gave you value. Engage with this content, like it, share it, comment it. That's the only way I know that it's working and I can do more for you, so I know that it's something that you like. If you want more from me, if you want more help on branding, all this type of stuff, you can go to richardmatheru.com, check out the free training or the product section. There's going to be something in one of those in the resources to guide you to branding better, getting more leads, more sales in a predictable, professional way. It's what I do. I've been doing it all day, every day for the last decade now, and I'm pretty good at it, so you get some great results working with me. Whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day. If you're a subscriber, I'll catch you in the next one, and bye for now.